In 2001, the wrestling industry lost. WCW bought out by Vince McMahon and the World Wrestling Federation. But there was always another option. At the same time, Eric Bischoff was gathering a consortium to try and purchase WCW himself away from Ted Turner. This is what if WCW lived. The plan for WCW was for them to take a break during the months of March and April, and then return early May with the big bang, rebirthing WCW, rising like a phoenix from the ashes of the company. And that's where we step in, because we are going to be taking this company and winning the Monday Night Wars from the verge of defeat. And after Bischoff has his introductory speech, your first segment is Booker T vacating both the World and United States title due to injury. He's out for the first month of this save, and we want a champion during that time. So we are going to be crowning 2 new champions today, and then when Booker T returns after next pay-per-view, he will be next in line for either a World or a United States Championship shot, whichever he wants. Gets an 81 rating, great stuff. Vacates both titles, and both of those will be up for grabs later tonight. Cruiserweight tag team titles on the line first, as Rey Mysterio and Billy Kidman take on Kid Romeo and Elix Skipper. The Filthy Animals pick up the win when they pin Kid Romeo with a springboard Hurricane Rana. First defense of the Cruiserweight tag team titles. I am looking forward to working with this Cruiserweight division that WCW has, as well as a few additions that have been made to this roster in the first week of game. Hardcore title on the line, as Shuti Anita takes on Bam Bam Bigelow, Terry Funk, Sabu, and Masato Tanaka in a fatal 5-way hardcore match. 4 people in this match debuting in, well, not necessarily in WCW, but returning or debuting in WCW. Anita, the deathmatch legend for Japan, the innovator of the exploding barbed wire deathmatch. Terry Funk, the innovator of violence, the man who also cannot retire. Sabu, the homicidal, genocidal, suicidal maniac. And Masato Tanaka, one of the most powerful Japanese men in ECW history. These guys are going to make up the bulk of a hardcore division, and I'm excited to see what comes with these guys. Sabu is the person who wins the hardcore title, though. Exciting stuff. We get the Magnificent 7 arriving in the building. Of course, we are continuing some of the storylines that WCW had pre-closing. Some of them will be no storylines will be generally just cut. Some storylines, however, will be ushered out quite quickly. Magnificent 7, however, that's a storyline which is going to be staying around because they're a great faction to have. The Insiders, Diamond Dallas Page and Kevin Nash, defeat Jindrak and Stasiak, Kevin Nash's former proteges, when DDP pins Sean Stasiak with the Diamond Cutter. It's just sort of a good win in the tag division for the Insiders. They work up potentially going for the titles again, or maybe they go back into singles action. I'm not sure what to do with the Insiders. We'll work that out as we go, though. Tag team titles on the line, though, here, as Chuck Palumbo and Sean O'Haire take on the Magnificent 7 team of Totally Buffed, Lex Luger and Buff Bagwell. And Sean O'Haire pins Lex Luger after a double super kick to give Palumbo and O'Haire their first defence of the tag team titles. Gets a 70 rating. Best match so far, I believe, which is very nice. And afterwards, O'Haire and Palumbo issue a challenge to the Steiner brothers for Nitro. O'Haire and Palumbo versus Rick and Scott Steiner on Nitro. For the tag titles, I'm not sure. The match is open though. TV title on the line as Canyon defeats Dustin Rhodes to win the WCW World Television title. Gets a 64 rating. Canyon is a great wrestler. 62 for him. Better than Dustin. These two are very talented. I'm very looking forward to using as sort of the next generation of talent. They're working at the TV title at the moment. These two will eventually be in the world title picture though. United States title on the line in a fatal 4-way elimination match as Rob Van Dam, Jeff Jarrett, Mike Awesome and Psychosis all fight for the United States title. Psychosis is the first to be eliminated, pinned with an awesome bomb. Then, after his appearance in the Hardcore title picture earlier, Masato Tanaka comes back in, attacks Mike Awesome, allowing Jeff Jarrett to eliminate him, before Rob Van Dam hits the 5-star frog splash on Jarrett to become your new United States Heavyweight Champion. Gets a 62 rating. It's great stuff. And after the match, Tanaka puts Awesome through a table. We're sort of continuing their feud from ECW. They're back in the same company. They're gonna continue fighting. This should elevate Tanaka into the sort of mid-card range and hopefully push Awesome up into a main event spot. The locker room leaders of Hugh Morris and Conan take on the Magnificent Sevens, Rick Steiner and Road Warrior Animal. And it's the Magnificent Seven who pick up the win when Rick Steiner pins Hugh Morris with a flying bulldog. Gets a 62 rating overall. 56, and Conan was actually the highest performer in the match, which is very interesting. Field 63, Steiner was 56, Animal 52, 55 for Morris. It's interesting to see some of these more older talent, like Animal, how well they're still doing in the company. Because I don't want to fall into the same traps as WCW did in real life, which is reliance on elder statesmen. And, well, maybe in a future episode you'll see what my plans are to avoid that trap. And Rick Steiner responds and accepts O'Haire and Palumbo's challenge. Meaning, on Nitro, we're going to be having O'Haire and Palumbo versus the Steiner brothers. And speaking of the Steiners, Scott has just won the WCW World Heavyweight title, pinning Shane Douglas with the Frankensteiner and somehow getting extreme bedhead. I don't know how you get extreme bedhead in the ring, but it's very impressive. Sting was also in the match, doesn't get pinned. Kind of gives him an opportunity to challenge again next pay-per-view before Booker T returns. But Steiner is your new WCW World Heavyweight Champion. 68 rating for the match, which is mainly due to Shane Douglas. What do we get overall though? A 70. We would have we increased in one region because we just don't have the broadcasting deals. Obviously TNT still cut us, so getting broadcasting deals is working from scratch right now. But I'm excited to see how this goes, because in this universe, WCW lives.